I think one of the biggest misconceptions that you could allow yourself to make is that you're asking an external force for what you want. Much like how I could ask you, hey, pass the salt. And you could say, okay, pass me the salt. It doesn't work that way with the universe. It doesn't work that way. The universe plays your game with you. The universe plays your game with you. So if you say, pass the salt, okay, the game that we're playing is I don't have any salt. You see what I'm saying? That's the game we're playing. I don't have any salt. So, okay, let's keep playing some more. I don't have any salt. Do you understand what I'm saying? If you set off in pursuit of something, you are telling the universe that you want a chase. I'm not saying you're never going to get your hands on it, but boy, you're going to chase it down. And more likely than not, every time you get your hands on it, it's going to slip out of your grip. If you are searching to find something, the perfect lover or something, the universe thinks you want to play a game of hide and seek. See, we think that the thing we want is the goal. It's not. The thing you think you want is a byproduct of the goal. Let's take two of the most popular things, I guess, that people want to learn how to attract: love and money. Those are two of the most powerful energies known to man, right? Well, in love, what is the goal? A relationship? A marriage? No, the goal is simply to feel loved, to feel whole, to feel complete. How about money? What's the goal? $500,000 for some people, $1 million for others, 10 million, 100 million. No, the goal is to not need to worry about finances. The goal is when you want something, you buy it. When your bills come up, you pay them. And you don't worry about it. That's the goal. What would you say if I told you you must feel that first and maintain that level of vibration? Because the fact of the matter is, your outside world is much more of an illusion created by this little program in here than it is this subjective reality that you observe, and that part of you reports back what it sees, and those are the cards you're dealt. See, if you can manage to maintain a level of vibration, regardless of what's going on around you, eventually the universe has no choice but to conform to you. That's the way it really works. That's the challenge here. The universe has no choice but to mold to what you see. We do not see the world as it is. We see it as we are. That's why this is all depicted in the tarot as well. That's the part that I find fascinating. The entire suit of cups tells this process. Most people attract their person by complete and total accident. After the 7 of Cups, I get frustrated with all the love options and dating around, and I say to myself, you know what? Never mind. 8 of Cups, I'm walking away from love. Into, eventually, on that path, you discover, you know what? Actually, I'm kind of digging this whole be by myself thing. I'm digging it. I like it. I think I'm all right with this. If I am alone for the rest of my life, you know what? I'm fine with that. 9 of Cups. Now you're walking away from love and staying by yourself. So we talked a little bit about how playful the universe is. If you're pursuing love, love is going to run from you. If you're walking away from love, love is going to follow you. Love offers are going to come in. If you're a personal client of mine, you've heard me tell you this. That's the formula. That's the formula. And don't get 9 of Pentacles confused for 9 of Cups. You know how many people comment on my videos and say, well, I've been happy and single for years. How come a relationship hasn't showed up? And I only have one response to you, and that's because if you were happy and single, you wouldn't be coming to me asking how to manifest a relationship. Don't get Nine of Pentacles confused with Nine of Cups. Self-sufficiency is not emotional independence. Okay? Same thing with money. What's the goal? The goal is when I want something, I buy it and I don't worry about it. I don't make decisions based on how much money I don't have. See, it's not as difficult as, I'm sorry, it's much more difficult than it sounds. It's not as easy as it sounds. Okay, because what you're doing is you're going against what you see, hear, smell, taste, touch. Okay, how much do you actually trust the universe? People say they do, but do you really? Do you really trust the universe? Or are you going to let your fear lead the way? Last but not least, you must prove to the universe with your actions. That is the most important thing that you can do. How do I prove to the universe with my actions that I have a relationship with myself? Once those love offers start coming in, which they will, I'm turning them down. I'm turning them down. I'm proving to the universe I have a relationship with myself. You know that you've noticed every time you're really into somebody, for some reason they're unavailable. For whatever reason. There's many different reasons why. You know you've noticed that. We seem to be drawn to what is out of our reach. And then by the time somebody comes and pursues you the same way, you know, it's the same thing. No, I'm not interested. Not really. I'm much more interested in this person who's not interested in me. You know you've noticed that. You could be in a room, in public somewhere, with somebody who's easier on the eyes than you. Oh yeah. You could be less easy on the eyes than somebody else in the same room as you, out in public. And if they hate themselves and you love yourself, no words are needed. Energy will be drawn to you. You're the one that everybody's energy is going to be drawn towards. Why? Nobody really knows. Nobody really knows why. That just seems to be the way that it works. So the first thing that happens when you actually develop that relationship with yourself is your desire for a relationship with another person starts to drop on the priority list. And for some reason, that's attractive. I don't know why. You don't even need to announce it. You don't need to say anything. You can just walk into a room and that energy blasts off of you. And then here come the love offers. Here come the people pursuing you. Just seems to work that way. And then you're turning them down. Nine of Cups. And when you least expect it, and it has to be when you least expect it, because remember, the universe is playful. If you're expecting it, the universe is going to keep you waiting. If you're anticipating it, the universe is going to keep you waiting at the edge of your seat. When you least expect it, when it's the last thing on your mind, and more often than not, at a really inconvenient time, the universe is going to send you straight into your person. And that's how it works. Getting to that process, getting through it, requires a whole other level of, moving through your past, working through your past and whatnot. But essentially, that's the way it really works. That's the way it really works. Money is the same way. How do you prove to the universe with your actions that you don't worry about your money? That you don't need to worry about it? How do you prove that to the universe? Tip your waiter extra. Give the homeless man that $10, $20 bill in your pocket. See, most people go through life making every decision that they make based on how much money they don't have. That's what people don't understand. Let's say, for example, you make $500 a week. And every decision that you make is based on only making $500 a week. So the universe is going to keep mirroring that back to you over and over. So how in the world do I go about acting like I have money that I don't have? That's the trick. That's the trick. That's how you have to brainwash yourself. It takes a lot of meditation. It takes a lot of forced thought control. And it takes a lot of frequency control. maintained over an extended period of time. Took me a solid year and a half before I saw any kind of results. A solid year and a half. And by the way, for people who are confused about how YouTube works, I don't have one stream of income. I have multiple streams of income. Multiple streams of income. So it seems like there are a lot of people out there confused about your favorite public figures and what they do to make money. There's not one thing that anybody out there does who has any type of abundance to make money. It's not just one thing. There's income coming in from multiple directions. Oh yeah, at all times. That's the way it works. But in order to get there, what do you have to do? You have to brainwash yourself. I started this process when I was making minimum wage. Not having a clue how I was ever going to become successful. Like most other law of attraction gurus out there will tell you, you're not going to know. You're not going to be able to guess it. You're not going to be able to predict it. If you do, if you can, that means that you pulled it up from a record of the past. Your analytical thinking brain, which is what most of us try to create things with, is nothing but a record of the past. You cannot create anything new with your brain. The part of you that creates the new things is only able to do it when the ego brain is out of the picture. The ego brain is very good at doing lots of things, but creating something that it's never experienced is not one of them. Not one of them. The part of you that creates is the part of you that makes the sun rise and fall. The part of you that creates is the part of you that beats your own heart. That part of you that you are not consciously controlling. That's the part of you that creates the new things. And it can't do it while you're trying to force it to happen with your brain. You can't create something new. No, it can't. Your thoughts produce gravity, and you must take the gravity of your mind off of what it is that you're wanting to create in order to allow that creative part of you out here to do the work for you. That's the way it's done. That's why there are many, many, many different things that it would behoove you to actually allow yourself to accept and understand if you ever want to create something that you've never had, such as finding a hobby. Okay? That's the way it works. That's the way it really, really works. And again, for those of you who don't know who I am, part of my story includes, but is not limited to, living under a bridge and eating out of a trash can, and sitting and watching videos just like this one. Whenever I found my very first law of attraction video on YouTube, I was sitting in McDonald's on Broadway in Louisville, Kentucky, living in a homeless shelter, playing on their Wi-Fi to watch YouTube videos. And when I saw my first law of attraction video, I made a firm conviction. You mean I'm the one that created all this? Whew, man, sweet. So if I created it, then I have the control and the power to uncreate it and create something new. Dude, that was the best news that I'd ever heard in my life. A lot of people out there get really, really angry, very pissed off when you tell them they're the ones that manifested everything that they didn't want. You're the one that manifested your lack of money. You're the one that manifested that abusive person into your life. You're the one that manifested. People get mad about that, dude. Man, I felt empowered. I manifested that? You mean it didn't just happen to me? It wasn't just some random thing that I had no control of? Dude, sweet. Thank you. Awesome. I can't wait to figure out how that mechanism works. I can't wait. I can't wait. So, that's the way the system works. Okay? Those of you with eyes to see and ears to hear will get the message, okay? I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. I'll see you sometime between now and the rest of all eternity, okay? Have a good one.